I don't know. Yeah. So Porsche.
Okay.
So,
Sure. Yeah. They nerfed decent amount of. Oh, okay.
it's just
Prepare for battle.
Looks like TNC is going to be setting up with an aggro tri-lane.
Ding, ding, ding!
I was very happy just chilling out in the middle watching script.
a good op. Well, I'll just watch.
So they're going to aggro tri-lane into Juggernaut. And Sand King's going to have the 1v1 against Enchantress, which I believe I said in the drafting phase.
Why'd you slap me?
Did I not say that, Bliss?
Stop hitting me. Abuse.
In which case, NEWBEE are going to dodge that matchup.
What do you want?
Except for in a cast, because if I do all the good work, then it's a solo
The battle
cast.
begins.
That's fine. Better than per.
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding, man. I
Don't
didn't
do
actually
that
watch
to
it. I love Gunner. Come on, give Gunner a break.
By the way, guys, like Gunner is literally just like volunteered for extra work, much like Scriff here. You know.
I'm sorry that your ex-person get in, but he got an invite and he best that he can. Bad if you
Don't be mean
to us. All you want.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you guys.
You can blame us for that.
And I'm like,
we didn't do anything, but
I'm like,
you know,
I'm Lumi. Fathered in. I'm at all your TIs. You're not getting rid of me.
So that means you can be the lightning rod?
Dude, I've been...
I want to see 10 Reddit threads about Blitz Dota right now.
Because I've always been... But, like, you need to get by, you know?
All you have to do is be good enough, you know?
I've made a career off of, like, being okay.
Hey, me and you both.
Yeah, exactly.
I figured there's no way Valve can invite me if I'm a pretty good analyst, a pretty good panel, a pretty good commentator, a pretty good host. I'm going to fit in somewhere, right?
Yeah. Dakota?
Where's Dakota at? There's the other man. Dude, that man is the first man to now be a part of the production side of TI as well as the talent side.
Just say every time Toby does, like, I just don't gotta go on the job market for another. Script's trying not to laugh right now. Messed up joke to make.
Yeah, why are you laughing at that, Script? Come on.
Yeah, we're friendly. Don't worry.
Nope. Okay, Cuckoo's gonna go for the instant TP way because he did go for Caustic Finale level 1. That's a quick thinking play there for Cuckoo.
Caustic?
Well, not the Caustic play so much as the TP.
Caustic play, I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing.
Just hard reset on that one, Cuckoo. Oh, he's not going Sand, which is the main thing that most Sand Kings do.
Maybe it's because of the matchup against Juggernaut. Oh, they're going to switch lanes again.
I mean, you're not going to beat the Jugget lane anyway, so what's the point of it, right?
They're going to be able to pull him in, get the first strike kill onto Snake King as he runs into another Bramble. That actually got him killed, I think. First blood goes to Cuckoo. They can try and swap lanes if they want to now.
This is the best part about Chen, by the way. That's how he's able to do this at a guess on a CCNC. He had a double pop cell. Oh, Armel, he's mad. From last game?
Yeah.
This is his revenge.
Who's like, why don't you just 1v1 me like a real man? You had to result to cheese. That's how they won the mid lane matchup, right?
Dude,
Imprisonment Arrow.
I think he wanted the one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's like, give me CCNC.
And now he's trying to establish dominance. And look at that, 16-9 against the 5-0 of Ember Spirit. CNC is definitely getting dumpstered in CS, but you did say, like,
Game state is fine.
Game state is fine for Ember. Like, overall, he will do well against Lina. It's just the laning phase is going to be a little bit of a sticking.
I mean, that's always like an Ember thing, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Ember used to lane against Monkey. You knew that the lane was going to be absolute hell.
Yeah.
You also knew that eventually he was going to recover.
It's like to be able to dodge the LSA. Another healing salve being blown. He's just bearing so much regen into that lane.
Let me say, by the way, it always feels good to play Mag again.
Because, like, an easier skewer back.
I mean, eventually you're going to get an RP, right?
Yeah.
It's just how it kind of works. The more melee cores there are, the better opportunity you'll have as the game.
Sure.
I think that's the main thing. So when you see the Sven, you feel okay because you know, like, I'm going to RP this dude.
Yeah, I can control him.
Whereas, like,
but just like the Primal Roar against the BKB PA, it's like, I will have a BKB piercing disable to control Sven.
It's different than, like, for example, sometimes you have to play Mag against, like, all range heroes that have, like, and half of them have some escape ability.
Yeah.
Then it's really tilting. It's just hard to, like, get anything going, and then you look really bad.
Dude, look at this. This is like the 5th salve that CCNC has brought to this lane. Can I get the net worth? I'm just curious. Dude, 830 net worth on salves. Everybody. This is a 4 Ember Spirit right now. 11 CS. He's almost blown a salve for every 2 CS he's gotten.
I mean, he pretty much has.
That is... Holy crap. Armel is pissed off, dude.
Good. He needs to be.
Dude, he needs to be after that last game. Like, he's got to get something going for him. And he's going to rotate over to make sure they get the bounty runes. That's 3 for TNC. I think they got 3 out of the 4 of the first ones as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm not mistaken. Tim's trying to get some sort of ancient deny or something. CNC is here. Gonna try and throw out the brambles and get away, but he's just gonna be pulled back by the shockwave. And CNC really needed the last hit on that kill.
Old Alex Honnold.
Dire's middle
For those of you who don't know, CNC was a big fan of that. Was it free solo? Free solo. About the rock climbing.
He's had that name for like a year now.
Yeah.
Bottom. You are
going to try and go for the Burrow Strike. He already got off the Healing Ward, but he 2 minutes killed the Healing Ward, doing a lot of damage with these Chen creeps. But Yawar, really cool play, eating through those trees like that, and just barely lives as a result. Cuckoo needs another 2 seconds to be able to get the Burrow Strike up. MSS has spotted him. Can they actually bring him down? Maybe he turns.
And
he's
during
not
that
going to Burrow Strike up MSS, but Armel killing CNC.
Oh, man.
He got rooted. And they killed him before level 6. Now Armel's going to have level 7 before CNC picks up his ultimate.
Still on track for what an Ember game looks like, I would say. Although, mid lane, he's got to be careful here.
He does manage to get his level 6 after he just barrels through and kills a bunch of creeps.
Just going to run down now. Still has another Observer Ward, too. Took them both off the courier, it looks like. Asking his team, what do you guys want this one?
AU being chased around by MSS right now.
I love that.
Who's slowly burning MSS of mana with the Mana Stealer. Which is a bit of a misnomer. He doesn't actually steal the mana, he just burns it.
Could have just said Mana Burner.
Yeah. Yeah, Valve. Rotation up to the top lane. CNC, he wants to, or excuse me, Armel, he wants to be able to kill Snake King's Enchantress, blow him up with a Laguna Blade and try and go for a push, but sadly it seems Snake King is a bit wise to this. He's playing quite passive, far to the left-hand side.
Dire's middle tower.
It's pretty clear there is a missing hero in the mid lane. Still, though, even if the mid lane's gone terribly, the two side lanes for NEWBEE have been doing okay for themselves. Juggernaut is second in the net worth right now, and the Enchantress is actually slightly ahead of the Sven. And he's going to be working towards a fast Midas, it looks like. Snake King is going to be going a bit greedy.
I haven't seen this build on Ench yet.
No, I haven't.
Most of the time, people go completely different builds.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a reaction towards how his Ember's doing.
Yeah.
I can see that.
He thinks to himself like he's going to have to do more of the damage late game carrying.
Yeah. He's like, maybe if I have a bit of a better game, it'll take pressure off my Ember.
Tim's trying to hit the bramble after the LSA. Doesn't actually land it. Cuckoo trying to throw a strike away from the spin, but you are now that he's outside of the sandstorm. It's so easy to get an Omni Slash on him. Bring down the Sand King, and thanks to the Empower, go back to no. This is going to be one of those dangerous things, is that a Juggernaut, thanks to the Empower, he has that steroid to be able to keep up in net worth with the Sven. And in fact, he's 1,000 gold ahead of that Sven right now. Gabby is going to stack up for himself as a nice big hard game stack. We're going to watch him farm that up. It does mean that Snake King has the free lane at top right now. And AU, this is a little cute play. He's actually cutting the creep wave, so it's not like Snake King has a chance to pressure the tower while the Sven is away. I've never seen that before. It's kind of interesting.
You play Chen? Maybe that's why not.
I mean, have you ever seen that?
No.
Like
not
the
really.
safe laner leaves the lane and a support cuts the off lane to prevent the tower from being pressured.
It is a cool play. I don't disagree with you. But Chen's like sort of unique in his ability to do that as a support. So
No other support's going to be able
I've
to do
seen people like
something
Frag.
Yeah. Oh, nice smoke play to be able to dodge that last impetus shot.
I actually think that's worth not die
Sure.
in that situation. Like, I think that the gold trade-off actually sort of works in you. Although I guess the argument to be made against that is like smokes are more valuable because of the potential resource that you gain.
Yeah, I mean that's a 10-minute cooldown. So.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen plenty of game-winning smokes. I'm really feeling like TNC is going to look a lot better for this game. Even, you know, excusing the whole Armel looks just a lot better in his mid lane stuff. The not having that vision advantage, NEWBEE seem to be really smart about how they play with Beastmasters. So, Snake with his pure damage is going to try and quickly address that siege wagon. Cuckoo is going to be gone on the CCNC. They want to be able to root out this Sand King, man. The sentry laid out into the trees. Cuckoo's trying to find it right now, but won't be able to get there in time as he gets skewered away and even RP'd by MSS. Both teams trying to go for the trade-off of safe lane towers right now. TNC can do this without the Sven. It'll be nice because it means the Sven is just farming up the jungle this entire time, but I don't think UR is going to allow it to happen.
He doesn't want to give it up for free.
And nor should he. They don't really have they don't have a BKB piercing disable. They don't have a good instant disable against him right now.
Part of the problem though is he's just going to get out farmed. In terms of levels, especially because the CM has to just spend her entire time down here.
Yeah.
She's just soaking from the jug. There's like Sven already level 11. Compare that to Yawar's level 7.
Dude, Juggernaut had 1,000 net worth lead like 3-4 minutes ago. And now Gabby has a massive experience lead and a net worth lead, and he only just now picked up his Midas. You can't even say it was the Midas's fault.
No, he's just being a little bit more efficient, and Sven's ability to farm that ancient stack so early. Plus, like, Jug versus the Sand King in lane, like, if you notice, the Sand King felt fine, I think.
Yeah.
Overall speaking, like, he did die twice, but that kind of situation, I think he's fine with dying as many times as he did.
Sure. Vlad's already for AU. This is a really farm Chen.
Visibility.
He's actually going to turn and fight CCNC. No, God, he's losing this fight. Fortunately, he doesn't get hit by the Burrow Strike, but he is still controlled up enough that he dies. That, I mean, now it's CCNC's turn to be, like, tilted because of a bad laning phase and just out of his element, I guess.
He's trying to move in a little bit too much for things. He just doesn't have the farm cap. Or does he have the levels?
Yeah.
To really go for any of these things. And
Radiant's middle tower
I mean, part of it
under
too is
attack.
look at how farmed this Chen is, by the way. He's level 8, he's got Hand of God, and he's got a Vlad's.
Yep.
Do you think he's dying to CCNC if he runs into a solo?
No.
Almost definitely not. Like, but whereas if anybody runs into Gabby at this point, or even Armel, they're 100% dying.
Yeah.
He's almost got a Yule Scepter on himself. I think the Echo Saber is almost complete too on the Sven, yes. He decided to go Midas first, actually, which is why it's delayed. But it's also power leveling him like crazy. Whereas like Yawar is level 9 right now. He's desperately trying to get something going.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's almost like because he wasn't willing to like give up his safe lane like Sven was. You know, Sven just abandoned lane and was able to stack for himself and farm up neutrals at an incredibly fast rate. And Juggernaut just wasn't able/willing to do the same. Wanted to be able to keep his safe lane tower alive for a long time. But as you said, with Crystal Maiden soaking experience, it's a long wait for the Mag can't hang around that part of the map the entire time just to empower a Juggernaut. There's going to be the Blink Dagger up on Sand King, so TNC might push a faster pace to this game. It's been a little slow on kills, 3 of 3 at 14 minutes in, but now they have the big initiator. Chen can move him around the map as well, as we're going to see that happen just here. If he Epicenter and Burrow Strike, that might be enough burst damage to bring down Snake King.
Snake King with this Midas build, not really the tankiest quite yet.
It's definitely enough with Tim's. He doesn't even have to precast Epicenter, I think. He can just go for it.
They're going to go for it.
He's going to try and get the precast in. Blink.
Oh, no.
Dude, when you have Tim's there,
Dude,
I
what?
don't think you need to precast the Epicenter.
You can just
burrow.
You can just Burrow Strike ult.
Yeah, just burrow. Tim's will hit the brambles. They will be able to get the boundary. That's
actually fairly significant that they blew that.
Yeah.
They waited quite a bit into those tree lines.
That would have punished the Midas build for the Enchantress and slowed her down. But now he's actually keeping pace with Armel a bit, thanks to the Hand of Midas. Plus, Sand King kind of needed a kill like that. He's not been doing great when it comes to net worth.
Dire's structures.
Our Juggernaut has kind of caught up with Gabby, but at the same time, they've also taken more towers, and Gabby is about to rectify that with his showing up at the bottom lane, but all of NEWBEE are going to come in and try and defend the safe lane tower. The sun going out. He's getting so much damage from this pure damage. The impetus is too much for him to handle. Now, Armel, he's maybe feeling that mid-game against an Ember Spirit. Fortunately, Cuckoo was there to be able to bail him out instantly. That observer reward placed and dewarded.
That Sven got ripped apart. Gabby walked in all confident. He strutted in. You know, he did the Vince McMahon walk in.
Yeah. The exaggerated arm swings.
Proceeded to blow out both his knees. Instantly, quads are gone. Snake King just like four-shot him.
Dude, that feels so terrible when you've been farming jungle for a first time. You're like, I have my timing. You just kind of like misread the game in a way.
Yeah.
And you're like, my timing is now, guys, we can do stuff, and you just instantly die.
I mean, the two worst parts are like A, that happening, and B, the fact that his Midas has been on cooldown now.
Oh, no.
All it's going to teach him is I should have never left the jungle. And because of that, the Jug is kind of caught up a little bit. Not quite, but when it comes to at least levels, he's not in a bad position, and net worth, he's only 300 behind.
Honestly, as soon as he left that safe lane and started farming up Ancients with Empower, like the Sven has been doing, he actually started catching up pretty fast. not expect NEWBEE versus TNC to be such a farm-heavy game.
I feel like aside from Secret, a lot of people. I think aside from Secret and Infamous, we've seen a lot of farm.
Yeah.
Aside from like the usual suspects, the teams that are doing well are playing really quick. For example, Secret, OG, Na'Vi, and Infamous all played very fast Dota.
Yeah.
And as a result, like we got good series. And the teams that, like VP, for example, I feel like are playing at a snail's pace compared to what they normally do. Somebody linked it to me lately. Their games have just been going on longer and longer. And I think that's, I don't know what the problem is. Because TNC for me as well is like a very aggressive team, but you know, they have this sort of lineup where I feel like there is options to get aggressive, but for whatever reason, they're being relatively passive here. And in fact, it's NEWBEE does not have a pushing team, let me tell you, and they're still going for it. Like,
yeah. The dust missed Cuckoo there. He was just a bit too far away, and so it means the Slight didn't actually find the Sand King. Cuckoo successfully defends the mid tower. This is why I was talking about the Nyx Assassin in the draft, because it's so hard to push towers into this sandstorm. And Nyx Assassin was one of the solutions that many teams found. CCC, what a sleight of fist, dodging the LSA. Then LSA would have led to Brambles, and then who knows what could have happened from there.
net worth, though, is still going pretty decently for TNC.
Oh, yeah. I mean, as long as they continue to defend their towers, right, Sven will always... Like, he has his own empower. He doesn't need somebody else to help him farm.
That sounds so ridiculous to hear. He has his own empower.
Yeah. 20-minute bounty runes are coming up. Veil Discord for Sang King. Significant upgrade in damage. So TNC, the state of the game feels really nice for them, I think. We'll see whether or not it's not quite a single core Sven, but I kind of feel that way. We'll see how well he's able to handle his NEWBEE lineup. CCNC's going to try. Oh, he gets Bro Struck. LSA kind of chaining that one a little bit, but it doesn't matter. They have more than enough damage to throw CCNC's way to be able to burst him down. The God Strength activated by Gabby's. He just kind of struts forward, chasing back NEWBEE. No objectives to take from there, but good enough to be able to kill the mid laner by itself. And freezing fields. He doesn't have a TP. That's on cooldown. Tim's is going to be saved by the Chen, actually, but he's still going to be able to chase him down. Chen tried to pull him back, but the damage was there to stop it. BKB is up for the Sven, by the way. He is coming online fast. He's ready to take more team fights. He had that early stumble, but honestly, they weren't punished for it too much because they didn't lose their mid tower. Cuckoo defended that well. Now, Kemi, he'll be the one to try and protect. He has to be a little bit scared of snaking, though. That's his weakness. That's his kryptonite, is all that pure damage. It's going to get chained up. Snaking, not even trying to get Gabby. They want to be able to finish up that tower. They have the epicenter initiation with a Burrow Strike. That's going to be a lot of damage on the CCNC. Look at the play. It's going to be enough to finish him off. Cuckoo, he will die in return. The Omni Slash bouncing in. RP being attempted. Now used as MSS locks down the Sven and lets his team be able to get away. Tim's does the same with the Terrorize. Oh, it's going to be able to catch Snaking. Thanks to that, Armel is going to start laying out some damage with the double damage, but Snaking, he wakes up fast enough to be able to get a little bit of distance away from Tim's. Only half the damage from that Bedlam goes out. The old Scepter and LSA miss. Another stun coming in. He's actually so tanky with the combination of miss. He's going to beat him back. Stuns. He's fine.
He's actually going to beat him back. And another stun by Armel, who's hit like 4 in a row now, but will not lead to any further kills. You saw MSS there, had to commit the RP to that backline. Was just trying to beat that Sven back. And CCNC, that was not successful for him. That's twice now where it felt like he just got caught back to back.
Yes.
He's trying to frontline for his team. Play off the slow. Just trying to overplay his hero, it almost feels like. But
they almost need to... Who are we watching that had the off-lane Enchantress that frontline for people?
Was it Seb?
Yeah. Sep did that.
Yeah.
For OG. It almost feels like he's got to do that now. Like Ember Spirit should relinquish that role. Give that to the Enchantress. We're going to watch Pylite die and quickly get burst down on the Crystal Maiden. But this is a much bigger kill. An Invis Rune and a Shadow Blade. CC&C hit by the Odyssey. The Bramble's going to be there as well. That is a dead Ember Spirit. 3 deaths in 3 minutes.
Is that really how fast it's been?
I'm pretty close. I might be exaggerating.
I like the alliteration. Sorry. 3 and 3.
Yeah, that looks about 3 minutes.
That is rough for CCNC.
Wait, he did 3 times.
Yeah, I think so. Didn't he?
All the way back there. No, there's no way. Didn't he die on the rune fight?
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Yeah. I think there might be a missing event there on that graph. I'm so certain he died 3 times.
Radiant's bottom
like
tower
very
is
short
under
period of
attack.
time because he died for the 20-minute bounty round.
It doesn't matter. It's all good, Austin.
Radiant are scanning.
Dodo's wrong, not you.
3 deaths in 3 minutes for CC&C Ember Spirit as we approach the 24th minute. He's going to try and go for a BKB next item because it's been a rough one for him. He needs that defensive item. I kind of understand why he feels like he needs a front line because of the Midas build of the Enchantress and how she specifically threatens the Sven. They want her to sit in the back line. They need that distance, but he just keeps on taking shots. NEWBEE, the rest of the team is going to be here. They have the RP, the Omni Slash on top of the Sven as well. Because they're so tanky, they are going to be able to split that damage pretty nicely. And Gabby with God Strength and a BKB. There's going to be buyback from both the Snaking as well as CC&C. But bye-bye, Pylite die. Now Gabby going to be chased by CC&C. We'll be able to hit him with the chain. But can't man fight him. Just has to slow him down and let Snaking do the real damage. Yawar will claim the kill. Gabby does fall, but it costs him 2 buybacks on 2 cores.
If CCNC somehow got right-clicked down again and just died, that would have been like the tilt of the century. Because they're going to walk into the Roshan pit right now.
Yep.
They want to take this. It's very easy with Enchantress. You can just tank it. Let Roshan hit her instead.
Oh yeah, between that and a healing horde, Enchantress will be full health.
Plus, they do have Epicenter, but without the Sven, I don't know how much they actually want to fight this. I feel like they should be a little bit reluctant here. But it looks like they're going to go for it anyways as the Sand can lay it out.
Old Sandstorm, and then Burrow strikes to the other side of the cliff, so they can't really stop him. And they're going to have to choose to fight for this Roshan underneath the Sandstorm, constantly taking this damage. The healing ward, he's actually going to wear out. So no, the damage, he's going to be consistent. But Fuku's very low on this side here. He's going to Burrow strike back in. Can he actually manage to get to Kuku? He steals the Aegis, and now are they going to be able to get out of 2-man LSA? Kuku's back in, another round of Sandstorm. Look at this Magnus, he's dead as well, and Yawar had to just leave the fight. He's been caught by the Bedlam. He's gonna man's up on Kuku, catches him again with the Epicenter. Kuku comes in clutch. He just wins a massive fight for TNC, and TNC bows down, tipping Kuku for single-handedly winning them a massive fight. We're gonna watch that one again.
He just outclicks the hell out of him, and that just ruins any hope that NEWBEE has to win this as he stuns in. I actually think the Ember damage got that, made that worse.
Yeah. Because he finished off Roshan while Yawar was stunned, yeah.
This has not been... of course he can't predict that. That's not really his fault, but it just kind of goes to show that things have snowballed in the worst possible direction for CCNC.
Yeah, it really has.
Him going in there actually hurt their chances. Otherwise, they would have just killed him.
Yeah.
They would have killed Kuku and nothing taken for it as...
And Pylite is like, I can't defend, guys. I'm just going to run down a lane. And Tim's is like, you're not going anywhere.
I will take that kill. And he absolutely does. They are in such a good position right now. TNC up 11K. They are going to wrest back 3rd place away from the hands of NEWBEE at this rate. A split series would still keep them a little bit ahead in the rankings. The Jug now has a Scotty, but I actually think he lacks for damage.
Yeah. I mean, he had the Scotty in the last fight, too, and it didn't look great.
I don't actually think this does anything against the Sven.
Agreed.
part of the reason
was there a better item for him?
I don't know, because part of the problem is like he doesn't really want to go Mjolnir anymore since the Sven had that BKB.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's still just good for his hero.
Well, there's also magic resistance, or it's also a problem. And the Chen, right? Because Ember has been neutered in his game and his counter of the Chen, right?
Oh, yeah, Chen XD. He's got 3 of them.
CCNC has to, I think he has to start going into a physical damage build, but it's so hard when you're this far behind. He hasn't even finished up his BKB. He's not even close to his BKB.
I mean, physical damage build, man. He got drums.
Yeah, that man's not thinking about damage in the slightest. He's just trying to think about surviving.
Oh yeah, the Chen auras. I forgot about those. I was like, why aren't they going Mjolnirs? Wait.
Magic damage has been countered.
Great stuff.
There are 3 damages in the game, and Chen counters one of them. Armel, I think he assumes that someone like the Ember Spirit or Juggernaut is going to push out the bottom lane. Nobody is, so Armel will do that instead.
14k lead. Much better game from TNC. Mainly because they just have heroes that can do stuff this time around.
Yeah.
Which sounds like weird, but last game...
Also, they had the better late game.
Yeah,
like,
and they just have cores that can enable each other.
Yeah.
It's not even about the better late game for me or whatever. It's just that I really felt like that PA was left out to dry, especially with the item builds that everyone decided to go.
Yeah.
Kunkka core versus Sand King core. Like, Sand King's just going to deal more damage as a virtue of being alive, having his own way of initiating. Like, a Blink Stun's always just going to feel better than
an X
torrent
stun.
Yeah. Like, once the game starts to regress and everyone gets BKBs.
Especially since the OD was, like, directly there to counter the Kunkka.
With
the imprisonment.
Yes, hard agree.
7-16, 30-minute bounty runes coming up. NEWBEE.
Plus, with MSS being Mag 4, I think Armel was, like, relishing the 1v1. He's like, I am going to get a 1v1. There's no way a Mag can really kill me unless I mess up.
Yeah.
Let's do this. And then CCNC just bought, like, 4 salves.
The bounty which my matriarch will prize.
I don't think I've ever seen that book. Like, I've talked about regen making the difference. Like, if you look at the CS and you look at the net worth, there's a difference there. But I don't think I've ever seen, like, just such a clear picture of, like, oh, yeah, half of his net worth has gone to salves.
Mm-hmm. It sort of just told you, like, how the lane was going to.
Yeah.
Part of it was that one time he double popped the salve just to be able to heal to full. Remember when Armel caught him? He just wasn't deep enough in the tree line.
Money to burn.
The advantage grows for TNC. This time it's their time to just relish in the slower game and just say, yeah, we have a hard carry who's getting bigger and bigger, and there's nothing you could do to stop him.
And there was that one time where he thought that, and then he got force shot by the Hitch. So let's slow it down a little bit.
They do have BKB on Snaking, and he's close to level 3 impetus. It looks like Axe is just not a thing anymore for Enchantress. He's going to go AC as his next item. Don't think I've seen too many Assault Cuirass Enchantresses.
No, I mean, this entire build, this is a world first for me. The Midas into BKB Dragonlance. I don't even know what other heroes.
Guarding Greaves for the Chen, so now he counters some physical damage. You've got the Boots of Travel for the Sand King. You combine the fact that Chen can pull people around the map. Didn't really talk too much about that, but it was a bit of a factor. You get superior map control, and you start getting Boots of Travels. It feels like there's nowhere you can go that TNC can't 5-man.
Oh, that is a mood.
Who?
So instead of going for a Maelstrom, he just straight up went Moonshard. Because he's like, well, I won't get the magic damage, but I do need... He is correct that he needs the attack speed so badly for his ulti. Just the interaction between the hits in between the guaranteed ones that you get.
Yeah.
I think it's so important. That's why Mjolnir, for the most part, unless you're in this specific situation, you have to get.
Hey, CCC got an item. BKB at 33 minutes as the second item. The funny part is that like CCNC's game got totally ruined, but Snake King had a great start. Picked up a hand of Midas, and they're actually even in net worth. Goes to show how this Enchantress is certainly fallen off as well. There was that brief shining moment where she killed that Sven, and it was like, damn, this Enchantress is going to be a beast. And
that was like 20 minutes ago now.
Yeah.
That's when Cuckoo finally, or not Cuckoo, Gabby finally popped his head out, and he's like, "What's going on, guys? Heard you need me?" And then he died, and he was like, "Okay, never do that again for you."
Cuckoo is going to catch somebody, and it's going to be Pylai Die. Good force staff off. B1 Pi. You're not getting out of here alive. And now 10 armor for the Sand King, so he's significantly tankier. Seen that be a problem for them. He's going to make the initiation onto the Enchantress immediately. Go to Blade Shivas and just tons of burst damage. Oh, what an RP! Gabby, though, is still alive. The Omni Slash can actually do enough, though. They're so tanky. Cuckoo, who took most of the Omni Flashes, doesn't even come close to death. Between the 10 armor, the Guardian Greaves, and the Chen heals, it's too much. CCNC will try and drag them away, but the double damage Gabby overwhelms him. And that is going to be the game.
That was a funny death. He's just like, you know what? Add one to the list.
Yeah.
As he's going to go for it again.
No buybacks in many of these heroes. A fast initiation on CCNC with the Terrorize. Follow up the stun. Sven, that's good enough. CCNC, how many deaths is that, Scriff?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's ancient is under attack.
GG. 9 deaths.
9 deaths.
9 deaths in 35 minutes.
And he probably cost him the comeback rogue fight.
That man almost spent more time dead than alive in this game.
Let me say, that was the roughest game that I've seen him have this tournament.
Yes.
And it was not, it did not, that was